What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream over on Twitch at This Is Aftersound, so come by and say hello. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right into the topic for today's video, and that is me renting out my deck once again. So we are roughly, well, not roughly, but like we're in like the second third of the season. Does that make sense? Like we're not at the halfway point yet, but we're past like the first initial rush, and then we're not at like leaderboard grind time just yet. And since the seasons are broken down into 15 days, I like to break them out into like 5-day chunks, right? So you got the first 5 days of the season, the middle 5 days, and the last 5 days. And of course, you know, everybody probably looks at it a little bit differently, but to me, this middle 5 days is really important because this is where I look at what the average rental rates are. Because at the beginning of the season, it's a race to the bottom. Everybody's just trying to get their cards moved, so prices are like at the floor. And then at the end of the season, it just gets ridiculous, right? People are either trying to grind for leaderboards or they need the power to sustain them through the end of the season. So I don't until the rental system gets fixed or updated, this is just kind of how I view it, and which is why I've decided to continue renting out my deck in the middle of the season. This is the second season in a row that I'm doing this. And to be honest with you, just to be very, very honest with you, I am struggling with it because I miss playing and I definitely want to play. And the fact that there are now tournaments back into the mix is something that is exciting for me, or something that I want to take part in. So I don't know that I'm gonna like do the entire season. This is like the second part of this experiment, right? Like I said, I did it for the first time last season, and it felt good. Just to like for myself, take a couple of days off from playing. Obviously, I was still doing content every day, and I still come in and check my rentals and all that stuff. So I'm still very much in and around the Splinterlands ecosystem. It's just a matter of, am I playing actual games? So you can see here on my battle log, I haven't played in 2 days, and that's how long it takes to roughly get all your cards off of cooldown and be able to rent them out. So I'm gonna go back to Peak Monsters here, and this is for my entire collection. But what I want to take a look at is just really the main deck that I play with. Now, again, this is going to be primarily Chaos Legion cards. If I choose everything but Chaos Legion, let's see. Let's see here. I'm not even going to choose Chaos Legion rewards cards. Or rewards cards, there you go. So the only two cards that I'm really using... Well, I guess you have a bunch of. I guess I do have a bunch of like rewards cards here, but these are the newer Chaos Legion rewards cards. So the only like non-rewards cards I have are Mylar Crawling and then Herbalist, and then in the rewards cards, the cards that I probably use the most out of this, and I wish there was a way to filter out Chaos Legion rewards cards, is what's his name? There's that one dragon. There you go, Robo Dragon Knight, who's going to be like a little over 2 DEC per day. Everyone else is kind of, you know, in that range. So let me go ahead and can I take that off? Okay, so now I have this selected my main deck, and what my main deck is bringing in right now is about 500 to 550, depending on the day, DEC. Now, last season, this was at about 600, so we're not really at the midway point of the season yet where I feel like rentals will start to pick up. So I do expect this to go up a little bit because we're at about the 9-day point right now. But the thing is, you know, like I said, it's 600 DEC a day that I'm earning. And if I'm going to do the quick math on that, I don't know what the DEC earnings are at right now. When I stopped playing 2 days ago, it was about 20 DEC for me in gold. So therefore, in order to earn this 500, we'll just, you know, go lowball it, to earn 500 DEC per day, I would need to win. Oh gosh, I like to do math, but I'm gonna defer to the calculator here. So what is this? 500 DEC a day divided by 20 is going to be 20. I'd have to win, right? Not just play, but win 25 battles per day. So again, I mean, 25 battles, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it also seems like a lot when I say when I put it this way. But keep in mind that would also be if my ECR was high, and if you've been following this channel, you know that my ECR tends to be trash whenever I get super addicted to the game. It's actually been much better now, and for the first time the last season and this season, I'm actually at 100% ECR because of the amount of time that I take off mid-season, which allows me to go in and grind at the end of the season, and then obviously take advantage of the beginning of season when DEC earnings are really, really good. So this is kind of where I'm at right now. Just wanted to share this with you. Again, 500 to 550 for a mostly Chaos Legion deck. Now, this may not be valuable for everybody. It obviously won't be valuable for everybody because of the fact that, not everybody's playing in gold. There's a lot of folks in bronze and silver. So I did want to take a moment here to call out what are some of the more expensive cards, right? Because no matter what level you're at, if you are investing into this game, either your time or money or energy, whatever the case is, and you are potentially thinking about, hey, what are cards that would be good rental value? Maybe not at the first level, but at level 3 or 8, whatever like gold level is, right? Three for legendary, 4 or 6 for rares, and then 8 for commons. And yes, I totally left epics out because I think it's 5. But here we go. So let me go ahead and I'm going to take out the gold card. So let's just look at regular. And surprise, surprise, not really, Dr. Blight is at the top here. So Dr. Blight is getting me the most right now at about 55 DEC per day. This is a level 3 6 BCX card though. So, it's not just one, although that'd be nice if I could get it for just one. Some of the other ones that are up here though, you'll see are summoners. So Kelia, she's not being rented right now, but I'm actually lower than the market value for a level 6 Kelia. So this is maxed out for gold. You'll see that my 4th card here is Thaddeus Brood, followed by General Sloan. These are getting me 20 DEC and 15 DEC a day respectively. Obsidian as well as at 15 DEC. And so is Tarsa. So I don't know why Kelia is rated so high. And let's go ahead and actually just take a look at that while we're here. So I have her listed for 45 DEC. The next one above me is 50. And then after that, it's 105. So if you wanted a level 6 Kelia, that's where we're looking at. I mean, I'm the lowest one. I'm the lowest one there. So who knows? All right. So Desert Dragon is also towards the top. Or obviously Queen Mycelia is another great one. Again, these are level 6s. Level 3 and 6 BCX because they are legendary cards. So she's getting me almost 22 DEC per day at this point. Desert Dragon, surprisingly, is a little bit higher up as well. Quicks to Devious is lower, oddly enough, than all of the rare ones. And again, Quicks versus Tarsa, Obsidian, like they're all maxed for gold. Actually, Obsidian is the only one that is not maxed for gold. She's only level 5. But everybody likes the magic spam, myself included. So as you're seeing here, it's mostly legendaries on top. And actually what I'm going to do is let's not even focus on some of the other cards. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at this by rarity. So if we look at common cards, we have Silent Shavi at level 8, who's getting me about 7 or we'll say 8 DEC per day. Riftwing is another one. Supply Runner, one of my favorite cards, is up there. Disintegrator is getting me 2.8 DEC. So it's not high amounts, but also these cards are going for like pennies, right? So leveling them up isn't the craziest thing in the world, especially if you're earning DEC every single day. Let's go to rares and see. Okay, so this is going to be dominated by the summoners. But after the summoners, we got Time Mage. Time Mage is pulling in 8 DEC per day, and then there's a big drop off from there. You got Tenyi Striker, a Venari Wavesmith at level 4 or level 5. Oh, you know what's interesting about Tenyi Striker though? He's only level 4, so I need to level that guy up. And then Celestial Harpy, level 5. Curse Windeku, level 5, getting me 3 DEC per day. All right, let's move this up to epics now. Now, my epics are all over the place. Grund, no surprise here, getting me 10 DEC per day. This is a level 4 Grund. And actually, we're just going to look. It's either level 3 or level 4. I won't get as far down as some of the level 2 ones. But my top ones here, you can see are Grund, Uraeus, who's a reward card, getting me 8 DEC per day. Also at 8 DEC per day is Wave Brood. I'm surprised Magi Necrosi is not going for more. I just want to see what the rest of the market is putting them at right now. Oh, I can't see it there. I'll check in game. Jin Chihuahua getting 4 DEC, Jin Inferni getting 3.2. And finally, let's go ahead to the legendaries. Obviously, Dr. Blight is at the top here. But if you do have some of these cards, and all of my legendaries, I believe, at least the ones that I play with regularly, are going to be at level 3, which is maxed out for gold. They are going for roughly 10 DEC. I mean, let's see. Let's actually look at some of the lower ones if you don't want to mess around there. Something like a Bakjira is under 10, Jin Moirat. Chaos Dragon is under 10. I really love playing with Chaos Dragon, but only at level 2 and above. Eyes of the Fanged is, I believe, very undervalued, but at 6.2 DEC, as well as Lyra the Dark. But, you know, you can't win them all, so I guess everybody has a different strategy. I've also really loved playing with Void Dragon quite a bit lately. Super fast, and I love pairing him with like Supply Runner or Lyra the Dark to get that swift speed. Okay, so I'm just kind of rambling now. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Again, I'm just trying to share my journey and where I'm going with this. I don't know how long. In fact, I don't know how long I'm going to do this season. I don't think that I want to go until there's only like 4 or 3 days left in the season. Basically, like another 5 days from when I'm recording this, because as I said, there are tournaments. So there is stuff that I'm missing out on, and not just the daily quest, right? I am missing out on tournaments, and due to the fact I think this was better last season because tournaments were kind of off for a bit, but now that tournaments are back, a part of me thought that maybe rents would be higher because there would be this demand for tournaments, but I think we're just kind of seeing a lull in overall interest and I mean, there's a lot happening in the world. Let's just be real about it, right? So there's a lot happening in the world. There's a lot happening in the markets. There's a lot of uncertainty in the markets. So, you know, people's focus may not be on gaming right now. And the beauty about this is that even if you want to step away from the game, you can just put your cards on the market. But what does that do? That makes the market way more competitive from a landlord standpoint. We'll call it that way, right? Not a renter. So it's actually better for renters because the prices tend to come down a little bit more. So hopefully, if you are renting cards, you are benefiting from that. I have been able to get off of that, and I know it sucks. I wish I should be renting some cards just to make myself a little bit more competitive, but I like the idea of only renting 2 cards, a chicken and a Creeping Ooze, and that's all I get away with, and I'm renting them for, you know, a couple DEC. That's it. So that's all I have for you guys today. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.